Yeah, well, this next story has some people screaming as well. Does this sound like a good use of taxpayer money? Build a public playground kids cannot safely use on summer days because the slides leave severe burns. Well, it didn't seem like a very good idea to us, so we asked Debbie Dujanovic to look into it. Debbie, what'd you find out?
Well, Mike, cities are making design mistakes, picking plastic-colored slides that leave kids severely burned when there is a safer option.
Mount View Park in Cottonwood Heights is really popular. A splash pad, a bouncing bridge, and lots of dark blue slides.
It's 95 degrees.
First, I stopped by with my iPhone.
One bought a brand new surface thermometer. Let's go see how hot the slides are.
To test,
186.
temperatures reached 186 degrees. Now keep in mind, at 155 degrees, it takes water 1 second to cause a third-degree burn. After those first round of test results, it was time to double check.
Even that slide is burning.
This one's burning over here. Let's go over and see. Don't touch it.
On another hot day, my producer and I did lots of tests.
So that one came in at 181.
175 degrees. Yeah.
Very hot to the touch. 179 degrees.
Oh, wow, that's really hot.
182.
She wants to go down the slide, and I told her, like, it's too hot. This tall one.
Was this one right up here?
And the tallest one.
It was a hot June day.
And she was just screaming.
Screaming. So
Mom, right there,
It was horrible.
could barely touch the hot slide as she ran up it. 3-year-old Presley got a second-degree burn.
97 degrees today.
Yeah, it was, I think,
It was warm.
that.
Okay.
I retested that slide that burned her.
That's
200.
It's
199.5. That's ludicrous.
Nothing around here is as hot.
It's just the sidewalk. 127. The bench is cooler. It's 138.
The theory,
It's like so close to black.
the slide color.
You know, pretty early in science, you learn that black absorbs that heat.
Now compare blue
See how hot it is.
188.
to yellow.
136 degrees.
Hardly touch blue.
That is hot. You would never put your child on that.
But yellow?
I can keep my hand on that the whole time.
We left Cottonwood Heights to go check out other parks. Here's a beige slide at a park in Salt Lake City.
162 degrees.
A red one, 149. A green slide at Liberty Park, 186.
The dark colors are most obviously going to be hotter. Going
Janet
around the
Brooks
house
of
like that
Primary
and
Children's
seeing things from
Hospital.
a child. I would not let my kids go down those slides without first going over there and testing the temperature myself.
Too hot to you, it's too hot for your child.
We really want to avoid slides that face south and west.
Brooks recommends installing a lighter colored slide and pointing it north to avoid direct sunlight. Okay, now let's head to playgrounds in sunny southern Utah. It's 105 degrees outside, and this time we test a yellow slide in the shade.
104 degrees.
We get our lowest reading yet.
We build parks for kids to have fun, not to put them at risk.
Back in Cottonwood Heights, the city's own test results put those blue slides at around 160 degrees.
Really, the only option is to shade the slides.
The mayor says constructing a shade structure over the playground is under consideration.
If they're old enough and it gets hot, they just jump off.
He believes younger kids going between splash pad and slides in swimsuits.
They get on these slides and they don't have the mobility to move.
But when our KSL cameraman returned to the park just yesterday to finish up videotaping for this story, he never expected this. The city's received 2 formal complaints, and after the first one, put up signs.
The sign's pretty clear about it's hot. I mean, it's not just a casual warning.
It says playground equipment may get hot.
Presley's mom says she's not the only one who's missed this sign at the large playground.
I watched 4 kids, 4 girls and a little boy get burned on this slide.
Just today.
Just today.
Or the 2 over at the smaller playground.
It never says play equipment burns. Like, you know, so much better.
As Presley heals, Mom's happy the city's considering a shade solution.
That's 196 this time, 196.5.
That's heartbreaking.
I want to take a moment and show you yet another solution. First, let me take you to Riverton, where we did some testing earlier this week of some green slides that were right in the sun. Those slides tested at about 150 degrees. Very, very hot. Let me bring you back here now live to South Salt Lake. I'm at about 30th South and 5th East at a park. Let me show you what they installed here. Huge, massive canopies over both playgrounds. And yes, they have green slides as well under those canopies. We tested those slides in the shade earlier this week. Those tested at 113 degrees, much lower than those green slides out in Riverton that are sitting in the sun all day long. And interestingly, Mike, you may remember those metal slides from when you and I were kids. They tested lower, much cooler than the dark blue slides that we tested in Cottonwood Heights.
Really? That surprises me.
Yeah,
Okay.
significantly cooler.
Well, and I thought, you know, showing that in St. George, because that's the slide that you would have thought would be off the charts there. It's amazing what a little bit of shade can do when it comes to the temperatures of those slides.
I agree. It makes a huge difference. And so cities are certainly looking to solutions like these shade canopies, and they help tremendously. They keep our kids safe.
Yeah, doesn't seem like it takes much. All right, great report. Debbie, thank you.
Oh, you just felt so bad for those little kids.
Yeah,
They
you
don't
hate
know,
hearing
so
Sabrina
they
cry
run
like
down.
that.
You'd think the city leaders, after seeing that video, would just shut those parks down until they fix it. And there'll be hot slides again tomorrow, won't they, Dan?
There will be hot slides heading into the week. It could be even hotter on Saturday, in fact. So.